Hello, happy, healthy, most vibrant, and authentic divine creatures. So, straight off the bat, I'm getting you met God today. You were face to face with God today, okay? Anubis, the protection that you've been praying for is here. It is here. You are aligned to it, not in alignment, you are aligned to it already, okay? This is past energy. It's already happened, okay? Soul Tribe. Soul Tribe is also a part of this, okay, you guys? For some of you, this may be your counterpart. For others of you, this is just like a business partner, okay? And they're bringing in the rest of your manifestations. But this is like the beginning of it, okay? As you continue to put in the sacred action behind it, okay? You have the alchemical plan that you've already envisioned and scripted, and now you're acting on that, okay? The Blue Lotus enlightenment. So this protector has brought you some enlightenment, okay? Like, I'm hearing, I was headed for a small disaster before you came round. My heart would never beat much faster. I think it's body gold or body glove. You can look up sound healer body glove, I think is what it's called. Ra, the sun god, again, in the eye of Ra, okay? Creative power. So this individual is very tapped in, okay? They are your equal. They are your equal in the spirit. And they actually, I feel like they have more to enlighten you about, okay? Like on your journey. Like they're more advanced than you. And this being is so bright, you have to like wear your shades. No kidding. Like, no kidding. They are extremely powerful, okay? And very humble. You've never met a divine being this light, okay? So you will be taken back. You will be like a love struck, okay? Like it's just the energy is just, it's like it generates storms, okay? But like good storms for the divine, but storms for others that, they're on some demon time, And then we have Osiris, heavenly messages. See, like you guys are relaying the messages, okay? You guys are working together apart, if that makes sense. But you now know you have a face to the ally, okay? Geb, earthly focus. So this is your reminder to focus on your earthly possessions and take note, take account, get your finances in order, because the love is here, the soul tribe is here, and now, you got to really, really make sure that it's up to you to maintain it, okay? And it's just happening so fast. I mean, within a matter of like, I want to say 48 to 76 hours. I don't know why I'm getting 76. But I've said it in another reading where you guys are just so ahead of the game, and you're so hard on yourself sometimes, and you're actually ahead of where your higher self is advising you to be sometimes. And that's why you feel like you experience some certain setbacks and things don't go out in your favor. Supposedly, it feels that way at the time, but it's actually because the divine is working behind the scenes in order for it to happen, and you're just ahead of it, The spirit of the Ankh, energy healing. So you are bringing, I'm seeing the touching earth card from my oracle deck. So you're bringing earthly healing through you grounding in your own earthly focus, if that makes any sense. If you know. Sekhmet, change and healing. So, and isn't Sekhmet daughter of Ra? Sekhmet is daughter of Ra, okay. So maybe you guys can resonate with the story of Sekhmet as well, pertaining to her role in the collective, the balance of the light and the dark, okay. Selket, magical protection, and we have the Scorpion here. So we have a death and a rebirth, okay? And I feel like if you can resonate with Sekhmet, okay, which a lot of you here do, the story of Sekhmet, how she was like pretty much bloodthirsty. She lost all control over her senses, and she wanted, she allowed the gluttony and the greed and all that to consume her. And, you know, they had to stage something in order to stop her. But then after she realized what she was getting, you know, into, and, you know, she, letting the parasite override, she changed her ways, right? And she's like the keeper of the healing and the peace for the lands, okay? Which is right here, magical protection. So it's like, you played your role as Ma'at, bringing in the cosmic justice, and now it's like you're in Sekhmet's story, okay? Wow. So different contract, you guys. This is an all new, entirely, completely new contract, okay? Some of you may have relocated, changed your contact information, you know, gotten rid of trackers that were on you, or not. Maybe you just kept them and you were like, yeah, you want to see me wipe my ass and fucking have at it, creepo. You know what I mean? Like, only weirdos like to watch shit like that, so go for it. Have at it, weirdo. You know? You're so over it at this point. Especially now that you have your divine intervention. It's here. It's here. And they know it too. You guys have already connected, okay? Yeah. Hidden knowledge. So you guys are here to reveal this hidden knowledge and reveal lunacy in this hidden knowledge, okay? Now I understand that word, lunacy. Trust is earned. So this individual, well, this is actually pertaining to, you know, I feel like this is the entire divine collective. Trust is earned, okay, when you're of the divine. But I'm also seeing this in a way where it's not just energetic trust, it's actual monetary funds. Like, you guys are going to build a legacy, and with that legacy, obviously a trust fund is coming, you know what I mean? So it's like you're building a mutual respect and relationship with your energy right now, and you're building trust in that way because it's going to trickle in the tangible, okay? You're going to reap these rewards, and they're going to be very, very, very abundant rewards, like really abundant, okay? Baby talk, smooth operator. So someone in the energy may talk very, you know, peaceful, zenful. They're very tapped into their heart center. So when they speak from the heart, and it sounds like, you know, everything that they say. It's like when you talk to a baby, you make them smile, okay? I get that from this, from the Divine Collective, where it's like people see you and you brighten up their world, okay? And that's actually one of my cards standing out to me. Divine masterpiece, okay? People see you as a divine masterpiece, walking and talking. Broken promise. Return to sender. What is this pertaining to, Spirit? The signs are all around. Your manifestations have begun to already appear. Yeah, soul tribe. Your connections, your networking, your stability, your new foundations. Because I'm speaking to a collective. All they know is to rebuild and to rebuild and to rebuild and to rebuild. No matter if you just felt like you wanted to, or because someone, you know, kind of forced you to, or whatever. Like, at the end of the day, it's yourself that chooses it. So no one can take that from you, right? So no matter the circumstances, you've been rebuilding and rebuilding, and you start over from scratch, and you're not afraid to fail, you know, and people don't understand that, and they envy that because they're living in a fear mindset already. So when they see you not, you know, show no fear to failure, that is just like, you know, you could be seen as a devil, or like, you know, modern day witch hunt on you for that, because of what you embody. You embody your truth. You're your only truth. You stand 10 piggies down and you embody your only truth, and it's not for anyone else to understand. Yeah, because you see the signs for what they are. You're a paperclip, so you're resourceful, okay? These people better know who they're talking to, okay? Because you can be thrown into the desert and survive somehow, some way. And survive, but not only survive, end up thriving, okay? That's how strong your mental is. Wow. Mind over matter, really. Mind over matter. Molecules. Mind over molecules. I love that. At a campsite. So we have at a campsite, two divine masculines working together on your behalf, you guys. So this could be same-sex relationship, or it could just be like, you know, if there's like RICO charges involved or whatever, which we've talked about before, it could be like officers that are of the divine working together in order to bring justice in. You know, it doesn't have to just be a relationship in general. It could just be a partnership or a collaboration of some sorts, because you've already gotten people like that are prejudiced against one another and their own, you know, their different groups. You've had them working together to come and bring you down, and now it's time for you to have like actual divine beings come together and working for the betterment of the collective, not for yourself only, but for the collective. Oh, I love this. I love this. ABC boys. So yeah, the cops already know, you guys. You know, they know already. FBI, CIA. Um, Thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. Planning telepathic pays off. So some of you may even have telepathy with someone in the that has authority in the FBI, CIA, or just like city cops or troopers or highway patrol, um, or you know, some kind of investigators. Someone with authority on the 5D plane. Yeah, someone with authority. Okay, we have the Hierophant sticking out. Thank you for confirmation, Spirit. Yeah, a doctor. So they're good at what they do. They're the best at what they do. Unpredictable, benevolent. Okay, so someone's either had surgeries in the late, okay, outpatient kind of surgeries, and Spirit's just letting you know that you were divinely protected through the complications. I'm picking up complications, and your body is regenerating and rejuvenating. So take it easy, okay? And also, Spirit's telling me that the divine collective right now, the way that they move, is unpredictably benevolent, okay, because of the way that this card, the things that are sticking out to me, and this could be pertaining to a Cancer in the energy, or someone having, you know, an outpatient surgery because of something like that. You know, I send you fast recovery and healing, okay, and a lot of love and a lot of patience and comfortability, okay. So I feel like this Hierophant is helping you heal family life, okay? I feel like teacher and student have collided. They both have been enlightened, both of them, because you're always the master and you're always the teacher, or the student, okay? That's paradox, that's polarity, that's everything. You're forever learning. Which I love. That's the perfect way to evolve, is to just keep learning things, okay? High Priestess. So we have the Hierophant and the High Priestess. This is a match, okay, you guys? And we have the enlightenment, the exposure, and all the wonderful golden rays that are going to be shining through to expose out of the clouds, you know, out of these dark days. These dark days are over. Look at that. You're at the top of your own wheel of fortune, okay? I feel like you and this individual both love nature. You're very connected to nature. Like, it saved your soul, is what I'm hearing. SOS. It was like a home for you when you didn't have a home. Yeah, I totally get that. And it's taught you to look for the symbols, and it taught you your life's purpose, okay? That's where your life's purpose has begun, has something pertaining to do with nature, okay? Even if you work with, like at a vet, that's still part of nature, right? Pets, because they're always going outside and grounding and coming in, they bring that to you. They bring you the uploads, the downloads, you know. So I may be speaking to someone that does work with like horses. I'm seeing like cat, like livestock. So like sheep. So someone that works like on a farm, but for medical attention for the livestock or for the animals. Pony show. Okay. Something to do with a pony show. So your strength has persevered. You're just like, at this point, bite me, you know? with this divine timing coming in. It's like everything's just aligned for you, you know, and the ops are expressing messages of concern because they see the support that you have, okay, that you have stumbled into, that you have manifested. I mean, you guys manifested one another, and someone's really going through a tough time over this, okay, on top of their mother wound. So, and I laugh like that because if I don't, that energy will stay stuck in me. So I laugh it away because it offends them, whoever you are watching. I'm sorry it offends you. That just means there's a deeper layer of healing to address, and, you know, a change of perspective. Pink Pony Club. I was just saying, that was in the energy, you guys. Hostilities and conflict. So there might be you know, like, this is bad for business all the way around. All the way around. There is infiltration in the energy. You will know it. You will get the sense of it. And it stems from the spirit of jealousy, okay? Just be aware of that. And that's it. That's really all. That's all, okay? It's going to be everywhere. I'm super proud of you, honey. So you have a crossed over loved one letting you know right now, or your ancestors, or whoever you feel is guiding you most. They're very proud of you. They're very proud of you, okay? When everyone else doubted you, even them at some point, you know, they're seeing things now in the spirit for what they have always been, you know. Thank you. Thank you. That's magic, you guys. That's magic. Contract terminated. So this is, like I said, we're wrapping back around to the beginning, and I'm getting all emotional. I feel my crossed over loved ones, and I know exactly who they are. And I didn't get to see them before they passed, you know? So, but you may know when it happened because you may have been experiencing some sleepless nights, okay? And it's pertaining to a real overdose. So this individual did overdose, okay, off of a substance or just off of their energy being, they had a lot of energy vampires around them, okay? One being their spouse, okay? Whether they are a male or female in your story, okay? The crossover loved one, their spouse, excuse me. Their spouse was jealous, okay? They were very jealous. And again, that's the spirit of envy that I'm picking up on. So that's going to be a very big theme, this contract around you guys. It's showing me already. I can feel it. Lots of jealousy. Like, why them? Why them? Why her? Why this? Why that? Why him? Ew. You know, like, people are just, it's not for them to understand or to project, but, you know, it just is what it is. So someone's saying that they have seen you and you just like, boom, you got them there. You got the love struck. You got them there. Instant hard on. Whether that's literal or not, you made them feel like being intimate with you. And that's what this reads on the back. I think about being intimate with you often. Okay. And this could be, is this the divine counterpart? Or divine partner, or who is this pertaining to, Spirit, please, and thank you. So this individual is letting you know that they won't keep any secrets away from you, and they're prepared to be brutally honest. Something to do about a car explosion, okay, about the divine collective. So maybe someone was like being set up for something for that to happen, you know, in that sorts, or like a car accident, or, you know, something grand like that. Divine love cannot host a third party. I don't consent. Okay, so this is your divine counterpart then. This is your divine counterpart speaking through and letting you know, like, they want to be intimate with you, but I'm not just picking up like sexy time intimate. Like, They actually want to have conversation with you, and they want to take deep dives and see how far you guys can take conversation, okay? And to teach one another, but also I feel like you're so aligned. What this person knows, you also know. Like, and even if you don't, it's like there's an activation of remembrance there. Whether you think you know it or not, it's still a remembrance in your DNA. Yeah, you guys are both magicians. You guys manifested one another. Wow. You literally manifested one another. One of you may have been like praying for certain attributes that the other individual had, and maybe you were just like compelled to write down a name or to chant a name, and that's what brought the individual in, you know. But you guys are both light workers, you guys are both earth angels, and you guys are here to make a difference in the world in ways that maybe you know, you didn't think you would be alive to see. And I totally get that, because I've thought of that too. I at least want to leave a better world for my kids than I've experienced, even if I don't see it, okay? But if I get to see it, and I know I am, that's all. That's all you know? Venomous, poison, psychic attacks. So this is in the energy because of, you know, you aligning together with your divine, whether it be business partner or business partner and love, or just like, because I'm getting that there's some kind of business going on. It's more business than it is like a lust or a love or like, oh my God, I have to marry you. But take what resonates, because like some of you may have found that, you know, and others of you are just like focused on mission, and that's bringing in the rest of it. Okay. Dodged a sting operation. So you guys may have felt like you were being tracked, watched, like the exposure you were leaking was creating animosity, and you know, people were sending you hostility, okay? And you dodged it when you met this divine counterpart. The heat wave, like Uno, yeah, shark a bitch. So they were coming after you, okay, guys? The heat was really on you. And this individual saying that they want to make porn with you. And allow me to remind you just how worthy and loved you are, okay? So this individual like values you, they see you, and I feel like both of you are working on forgiving yourself at this moment for things that maybe you knew you fell back into habit, and you were just like, yeah, I knew this, I was aware of it. Now meeting this other divine creature, I woke up and I want to do better. Like, you guys are automatically, you want to go and boom 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 boom. So you may be like looking for, you know, a better job, you may be looking for more stability, you may be looking for things, you know, so that you can give yourself, but at the same time it's like you want to also show your divine counterpart, like, if need be, I'll take care of you. You know what I mean? Like, if I can take care of myself, I can take care of you. That kind of mentality. Shadow aspects, chaos, and fear, set energy. So we have a third party in the energy of spirit of jealousy, okay? You may not know, you know, it's just a spirit right now in the energy. It's not like it's attached to anyone specific, or if you feel that it is, then you know innately. Don't let me tell you and your intuition how to intuit, okay? So, but there's definitely set energy, which brings the chaos and fear. So it's like these two divine beings are just like, and then there's this other energy that just has this like animosity or jealousy or something towards it, and or many individuals have jealousy towards it. And obviously when you have an open door like that, you're an open portal, so it brings in room for chaos and fear, and for the devil to do their demon work, right? Taste so smooth it'll make your nips hard, and that's not common. So this contract around is going to be the best contract you have experienced, and it is depending on where you are in your timeline, but that still doesn't matter, because you've gone through some trials and some tribulations and you've overcome them. So spirit's rewarding you really, really abundantly. And even if you're not like high on your ascension journey right now at this moment, you're doing your personal best. So even though your reward might look smaller than the next person doing it, it doesn't matter. It's the work that you're putting in, and you're actually like, when you're able to be grateful for even just if a bird brings you a pebble and you're grateful for it, God's going to bring you a car, or God's going to, you know what I mean? Like, you got to start with gratitude, and the universe can align you with these things when you remain anchored in gratitude, okay? Not when you're like, oh, why do they get a boat but I get a pebble? You know, then you start comparing. That's the jealousy, you know, that the spirit of envy, that we don't have room for when you're a being of the divine. The great mysteries of life. Ultimate sacrifice, soul worship based from fear, not ethically respected short-term relationships. So I feel like, can you elaborate? A few bad apples. So yeah, we're still picking up on a few bad apples in the energy, okay? And that's something where that's a given, okay? That's a given. I don't want no smoke. So you have divine beings out here. They don't want no smoke. They don't have no room for that. You know, they're on mission. They got better things to do than feel some type of way, you know, like, and hold on to it. And you guys may notice like a lot of people, like a lot more energy of honking and babies crying and things like that. Lawnmowers, chainsaws, hammering, lots of work going on that's loud. Those are the karmics. They're very mad because you made it. You made it to this timeline. They pushed you to this timeline, and there's no going back, okay? And they have to go back empty-handed, okay? Because they didn't capture the divine being like planned. And so now they're saying they don't want no smoke because of the divine, oh my, because of this divine union. They know what they hit. They know what they hit before you even knew. You didn't even know. You were just guided. You guys attracted one another, and it was like, and then all these bad apples were like, okay, we don't want no smoke. We're good. Okay, out of our hands now, okay? Doesn't mean they're not going to still try to infiltrate. There's always monitoring spirits, which is why it's important to cleanse yourself and absolve yourself of any spirit of envy that you may carry, you know, and it's okay. No one's perfect, but at least admit it to yourself to recover from it, like Nephthys. Your strength turns me on. So your soul tribe at this point is they admire your strength, okay? Because they've been through some stuff too. So when you share your story, it just reminds them of a place called, you know, wanderer, from the soul, you know, that wandering soul. Not all souls that wander are lost, okay? And this is your tribe. When you guys speak, you guys feel. You feel. You're all empathic. You feel the strength that you do have from all these situations and circumstances and things that you've overcome, variables that you've overcome. The holy of all holies, Holy Grail, this screams at me, Holy Grail. You got the green light, okay? So right now, wherever you're rebuilding, whatever you're building, with whoever this is that you're building with, this is healthy. It's extreme. This is the most healthiest timeline that you have entered, okay? You've probably given up drinking, you've probably given up smoking, even if it's cigarettes or vape, but you've given something up, and now this is your reward. We have the seahorse, and we have the world as you know it to be. So the whole world is here for you. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Thank you. You also may be noticing how tapped in you are to newer abilities, heightened abilities, the weather, animals. You know, you may be at a lake or a pond, and the fish come swimming up to you, like not above water, but like they come to you. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. Lots of spiders and spider webs. Spiders are messengers, okay? And their webs are like, to me, a dream catcher. So it's like it catches the messages, okay? So when you come across one or one goes in your face, it's a message that it's there for you, okay? Whether you want to upload it, download it, integrate it, however it is, but it's there for you. So pay attention to the spiders as well. Sacred union. It's a message from your divine counterpart. Old love retrograding around, beware. So yeah, this third wheel energy keeps, they're having a hard time while you get the bag, because they wanted to stop you. They were doing everything, and them and their mama were doing everything to stop you from getting the bag, bro. They tried everything. They even had the Amish on your ass, bro. The Amish, you know, the Amish hitman, the Amish mafia. You heard of them? You heard of them? I seen what they can do. Not up close, but I've heard stories. I've heard stories, okay? So, I mean, these people took it really far. They really wanted to eliminate you, exterminate you. Kind of sounds like the Holocaust, too. So, maybe some of you have ties to Germany or Jerusalem. I've been picking up on Jerusalem, actually. Yeah, we know. We know. I'm not saying it's spirit. And you still have this forbidden love bringing in balance. Spirit, what's forbidden about this love? Please, as it pertains to... It's forbidden because of this ego death? Or because of a physical death? Okay. Release. Forbidden love bringing in balance. They're bringing in release. Pluto. Death and rebirth. So it's like someone was holding love hostage from the divine, okay? Maybe there was like a petty parent in a divorce holding a child or three away from the other parent while they were gang stalking them and, you know, doing all kinds of demon shit. And then, so I feel like that love was forbidden because it was like a gatekeeper was forbidding it, okay? But now it's coming in because of this ego death or this act. No, I'm picking up on a physical death. So like, let's just say this petty parent unalived themselves over, you know, maybe a real overdose, and picking up in the energy, the overdose card. Or maybe for some of you, this petty parent actually, like, they had an ego death and their pettiness was a part of that death part. And so, like, they're bringing in your justice, your balance for, you know, you to reunite with your kids or with your significant other, or even your own identity. For some of you, I'm picking up on, like someone had, what is that, power of attorney over you for some point because of some lies that were made up. Okay, and you're going to be finding out about all of this, and this is like bringing in so much justice and balance, and you're going to be like, ew, they did that? Oh God, no. Oh God, no. You know what I mean? You're going to be so disgusted when it's confirmed, because you already know these things. And I feel like there's video footage of things proving all these, you know, the real truth, okay? They were trying to hide it. I'm getting like, you know, graping footage, you know, hazing and stuff like that, and people being blindfolded and like tied up, like all kinds of things. This is that BDSM energy, but it's like of the domination. It's not like your pure, you know, you experimenting out of curiosity with your sacred divine counterpart. That's something different. You know what I mean? It's like you're doing it because you want to express your love in that way, versus someone forcing it on you because that's what they're into, and you're just like knocked out unconscious or something, because that's what I'm really picking up on. Someone was knocked unconscious or drugged or given something and videotaped, and you're gonna find out about this, okay? Because it's all over the web. I stare at photos of you and feel regrets about how I acted and behaved. Exactly. So it's right here, you guys. This ego death, they had to sit with this. So take a pic. Spirit saying, take a pic. It lasts longer. And that's what this individual did. And they used it for malice. They used it for inflicting pain and harm, you know, and now they sit with it. during this ego death, or they couldn't sit with it and there was a physical death because of them not wanting to face it. Okay? That's just not my problem, Spirit's saying. And then someone else is like, what the helly? Because they're like, how does this bitch know this? No. Yeah, it's just the amount of surprise that's coming through. With the accuracy on top of the confirmations that are set to, not disrupt, but like set to go off. Yeah. Someone needs to lay off the tin cans, drinking out of them, eating out of them, something to do with mercury and tin. And this may be a flashy person, so you may like to dress loud, or, you like to dress expensive, and, your brain is starting to fry. And instead of dressing flashy, pay attention to your brain and the blood-brain barrier and what you're consuming to it. The moon. So we have consciousness 1, Neo. Okay. Inner ecstasy reflected back. 12th house, Neptunian energy. Emotions, reflections thereof. Surrendering, accepting deep universal murky fears of collective consciousness and unconsciousness. If you know, you know. I can't even say anything on that other than, and then to take a picture. Wow. You guys, this is public. This is public. This is public. So this can even be like a community star, someone that's high in the community, or this could be like a country, like someone in the Hollywood or Hollyweird or however, whatever part that they play in it. Or someone in the community that's was admired and looked up to a lot from the community around. Okay, they don't want no beef after they brought you the cow. They brought you the cow. They made you slaughter the cow. They brought you the cow, they made you slaughter the cow, and then they were like, nah, we don't want no beef, we're good, and you did all the work. But at least now you get to do whatever you want with that beef, right? You get to turn it into financial gains now. Banana pancakes. So this is someone that, they like to make banana pancakes, or they like to eat banana pancakes, but they would much rather be making banana pancakes than what they're doing now, I'll tell you that. Hey, man. Herbaceous. So someone sees you as an herbaceous, vivacious babe. I heard babe. Okay, you're just a babe. And they see you this way because of your youth, your vitality, but there's so much more to you. The perfect example, that's all they can come up with really, is the word babe, okay? So someone sees you for who you are. You are what you say you are, okay? You don't beat around the bush. And you don't care who knows and who doesn't. You're loud and proud, but you're also reserved, and you remain in your private, if that makes sense. Okay, in your private, like your private life is something that people only think they have access to because of how loud you are. Okay, they don't know you like that because they have to earn that. They earn trust. We're looping back around, you guys. And don't eat the food. So someone's saying don't eat the food, and something to do with, our airwaves. Poisoning our food, poisoning our airwaves pretty much is what I'm picking up on that, which we already know. Someone wants to tie you up, or they did. And it's not a loved one. It's not a loved one, let me tell you. There might be someone out there that loves you that wants to tie you up and try that with you, but that's not what I was picking up on that card right now. Someone wants to tie you up and have you nap. Because you're the cash cow, and everyone knows this, and now that you know it, it's bad for business. you're a problem. They would have just left you alone to begin with, listened to your warnings and stayed out of it and minded their business, you know. But that's okay, because now you're really showing everyone how divine you are and how God exists and how God works through your vessel. Okay? So if you ever feel like, you know, this didn't need to happen, or I don't get it, or whatever, this is why. This is why. And again, you got to meet God today in the flesh. And if you haven't, an hour after watching this is your confirmation that you will meet God today. Okay? So type in the comments if you can and let me know what that means for you. Please, please, I would love to know, because it can come in the form of, you know, a sign. It could come in the form of a person speaking a message. It could come in the form of, you know, your life flashing before your very eyes, you know, especially with all this stuff that's been going on energetically and all the gang stalking and stuff like that. Maybe you know, so please, you know, I'd like to know in the comments if you want to share. And someone's telling you to get a pack of gum, some fuel, and go on adventures for the day. So I'm getting like, take the time to yourself right now, to integrate all of this new energy. Well, to ground it. You've already integrated it, right? You already downloaded it, uploaded it, received it, integrated it. Now it's time to just ground. So land those roots is what I'm hearing. Land those roots, child. That's what I'm hearing. Child of the lotus. And take it next level ready. So get your little rest breaky in. Okay, something threes too, because I'm repeating everything in threes again. So you may be seeing 111, 1010, 333, 1212, which breaks down to 3, which is, you know, that's divine, the Ascended Masters speaking to you. The signs are everywhere, okay? Also, 333 can just be like, pay attention to your surroundings, pay attention to what's around you at the time that you are connecting to the divine. Like if you're meditating and you see 333, pay attention to what, who, what and who is around you at that time, okay? What does that pertain to, Spirit? Please. So we have Spice Girls, if you want to be my lover. Partners first. So someone's asking if, you know, you want to take this to the next level. If you would want to even be their lover. But mission first. Okay, and I feel like that comes with it. They're like, I'm not gonna like love you unless like you love mission first, because I love mission first and I love me first, and then, you know, this is just a bonus, and you both feel that way, then it's like, you know, yeah. But this in time, this is not a thing of right now, this is future energy. You know, you found your being to abundify with. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Well, I'm getting it's going to be faster than you realize. So I'm not going to give a time frame on this one. You guys are going to make me really. Okay, so Spirit is just advising. Okay, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I don't like to give time frames. It makes me uncomfortable because things be happening a lot sooner than even Spirit, especially when you accept it. Okay, so here goes the time limit. 3 to 6 weeks. Big payout, big payoff for the divine union. That's it. You know, and I'm get a pack of gum and some fuel, and we hitting the road, babe. That's really what I'm hearing. Wise choice, wise decision. Yeah, because you guys are leaving everything behind, choosing one another, choosing mission, and you're just like, F everything else. Everything else has done me wrong, and I learned my lessons from it, and I'm done. I'm no hard feelings. One day they'll know. Exactly. One day they will know. And sometimes when you remove yourself from situations, they know even sooner. You know what I mean? Because you're not there to coddle that. You're not there to like do it for them. So then they have no choice but to, you know, take that leap for themselves, instead of, you know, you grabbing them by the hand and jumping first and then them following down. No, it's like this divine partnership, it's like both of you grabbed each other and you both threw each other down. You guys went with each other. You didn't even like wait for the other one. You just, you know, I'm seeing two people jump out of the airplane, you know, when they're going skydiving. Like, you guys just took the dive, the leap together, and left everything all behind, okay? I feel undeniably protective over your safety. I love your magical perspectives. So both of you guys respect one another so much. I'm getting it's just very peaceful too. Like, the energies, like when one talks, the other one listens full. It's like full attention, okay? And your counterpart may have really good posture, okay? They have really, they're, because they're so tapped into their heart center, and they have really good lungs, okay? They have very good lungs, and they just, they're very dominant with their presence, but they're very humble at the same time. And when you guys speak, it's like everything else doesn't matter. Nothing else in the room matters, okay? Unless you make it matter, okay? And I feel like some of you may do that to people please others because of how intense this connection is, okay? And it's undeniable. I feel undeniably protective over your safety. So someone sees, they see like what's going on, and they're kind of in their head now where it's like, did I advise this person to do the right thing? So they're just keeping tabs on you. They're just keeping a close eye on you because, I mean, of everything that's going on. So you guys may resonate heavily with Egypt, okay? Like, bottom line, just complete the laws of Ma'at, the moral, the ethics, everything that you guys, it's the same. It's the same. Wow. Yeah, healing energy. Both of you are the star, and both of you are okay with being the star. You're like, oh my God, you shine so bright. I fucking love it. Like, oh my God. Wait. Okay, yeah. Continue. You know what I mean? You're just like, you have this like love for one another that is just like, oh my God, where have you been? And yeah, unicorn vibes. I am getting unicorn. You guys are both a unicorn. Neighbors are feeding intel, keeping tabs. So again, your surroundings, this doesn't need to be neighbors. It could be like coworkers or just something neighborly to you, okay? It could be cameras in the neighborhood, you know? Things like that. Espionage. So the squirrels with the walkie-talkies, right? But then who's watching them? Exactly. The golden eagle. Golden eagle. Okay? And eagles eat squirrels. They eat rodents. They eat rats. So, you know, snitches get stitches. Only this time they get fed to their offspring. Okay, so espionage. So you guys are healing this. This star energy is healing this espionage, okay? Because people are like, no, they knew each other. They knew. Like, people are feeling like they're feeling bamboozled right now. They think the Divine Collective led them on a wild goose hunt chase, and like they knew what they were doing the whole time. So these people have like, they've backed out, a lot of them. You still have those, you know, those ones that they took it too far because they were contracted by the ego. They weren't even contracted to do this job or anything like that from higher ups. They just like, they got so committed and so invested in bringing you down. And when you didn't go down, it hit their ego so hard that they were like, no, you know, those are the ones on demon time that not even the higher realm demons can control. So they still might be, you know, in your presence, espionage and stuff like that, and even infiltrating and going into jobs and trying to, you know, infiltrate your jobs to get close to you. So just be aware of that, okay? There's a lot of that in the energy, actually. So, and I'm picking up on like Barnes and Nobles, and I'm picking up on Nordstrom, so maybe even in the mall. If you're thinking about applying like at the mall or something, I feel like that's where these individuals are, you'll notice. You know, you'll notice. You'll get an intuitive hit. Your intuition's really heightened, so you'll see things. You'll see past them for what they are. Yeah. So both. Okay, the Divine Masculine is letting the Divine Feminine know, I'll stop the world and melt with you. So they could be a Virgo. okay, which is a mutable sign. Um, or they could just be bringing in your balance by teaching you and educating you about how to have like your approach with daily life, such as habits, work, health, and your service to others. Okay, time management. So, but I'm picking up that there is a Virgo in the energy in their North Node. So you guys may have manifested a Virgo into your energy. Divine intervention, enlightenment with self. Yeah. And it is a divine masculine that is saying, I give my love to you. Two of Cups. So they want to fill your cups, okay? They have a lot of love for you. I communicate through the music, Mother Nature, and telepathy to you. Pen pal and role play. So, and then we have some devil energy out here. So with that role play, it's like they want to get to know you, all of you, okay? Because the devil card's not always a devil card or a bad card to get. It could just mean addictions, but this individual is very balanced, and with the Two of Cups, that tells me balance on top of, you know, the Capricorn energy. So it's like they want to show you what love is, okay? They want to show you what love is because they feel like they know how to love, and they feel like you know how to love as well, and like they want to experience it from you, okay? And it could be at any capacity. It could be just like a relationship as a friendship, or it could be everything, you know? So take what resonates for you. Wow, yeah, return to sender. So there's something in the energy right now, you guys. Maybe a cord cutting would be beneficial, but broken promise. So someone either betrayed a significant other and they have like a pen pal or something, or maybe they're in the pen, you know, maybe someone's, or they're in another country or something like that, but they have like a pen pal and they broke a promise to their counterpart, okay? That's just what's in the energy. So obviously when you do that, that's not of the divine. So I'm picking up on karmic with a divine, okay? Broken promise, forbidden love, bringing in balance. Also, I feel like everything that everyone did to prevent the divine union from occurring is forbidden love. And that is the forbidden fruit of it, right? Is that divine union. And now that it's here, I feel like this broken promise is being revealed, okay? It's being revealed. This is causing a lot of friction for, you know, a lot of mental imprisonment for the karmic involved. And, you know, the divine being is, you know, handling it. This is future energy, is handling it in a way where it's in alignment to their best interest. That's all I can say. That's all they want me to say. Thank you, Spirit. I will leave it there for time purposes. If you stuck around this long, you're a real one. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your existence. Thank you for the enlightenment. Thank you for everything that you have done and that you are and that you be and embody, okay? Whether it be, no matter if it's a negative or positive on the polarity spectrum, either way, it was a lesson for yourself and the next individual to learn, okay? The Beatles yesterday. So for some of you, this could have happened as recent as yesterday, or some of you just really like the Beatles. That keeps coming out. Or one of your spirit guides is communicating to you through music, which would be through the Beatles. Maybe, you know, your guide in the flesh liked the Beatles and there's messages in there for you that they want you to hear. Maybe it'll activate something for you. So that's for you to find out. Much love. One love.